Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. 10 years ago today, Steve Jobs introduced the world to the iPhone. It seemed to go down quite well.
And it's been the most life-changing piece of technology for me as a blogger. So today's post is a list of 5 tech equipment that's helped me with my day-to-day blogging. And the first one has to be the number 1 spot is the iPhone. And that's because most of the photos and some of the movies that you've seen on my blog posts at Talking Men's Shoes has pretty much come from this. It's with me all the time, but it also is my calendar to keep me updated for my marketing campaigns. It's my source of putting down my notes when I'm out and about on the road. And it's also the source of information as well. Number 2 then is my MacBook Pro, and this is my editing tool. So most of my blog posts are written on the MacBook Pro, but also all of my video editing is done on the MacBook Pro. On a personal note, given that this is my first blog in January 2017, I'm also looking at one of my goals for the new year is losing weight so that I can cycle faster, in particular because I'm going to go to the Pyrenees this year. So you can see I've also put my own meal plan, and it just gives me pretty much breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks in between, and it just keeps me focused on track. So number 2, the MacBook Pro. Number 3 is what I'm filming on right now. So it's the Canon EOS camera. It's just magnificent for filming, but it does mean when you're by yourself and you're having to do everything by yourself, you might want a pod. And I use the Joby Gorilla Pod. I don't guess you'll be able to see this, but basically it just means that it can enable me to put the camera in a position and then film remotely without actually having to go near it. Sweet. I also have the Kindle. Now the Kindle's more for personal development for me because I just find reading on the Kindle so much easier than reading a book, and I get through a lot more information quicker, to the point that generally I read 3 books at the same time. So the number 1 book I'm reading at the moment is How to Be Brilliant, and that's by Michael Heppel. Number 2 is The Art of Social Media, and that's Gary Kozłowski and Peg Fitzpatrick. And number 3, I bought it in error, and it's slightly ironic because the title is So You've Been Publicly Shamed, and that's by Jon Ronson. And basically it works on one of my biggest fears, and that is me putting all this information out there. Well, I just look really stupid and get picked on, and people will criticise me. So it's keeping one eye open to the idea that what you say out there you could get criticised for. Eek! And finally number 5, I've started with her, so I'll finish with her. If I say her name, she'll most probably say something and interrupt, but it's Alexa. She's now my Android friend and a huge source of fun and information for me.
Shuffling songs by Fun.
See, now she's talking and interrupts me. See, she just puts on music. How amazing is she? Alexa, stop. But I will end my first post for 2017 with a little bit from her. Before I do though, I hope this has helped you if you've decided you're going to get into blogging, but I also hope it's just given you another insight into my day. So don't forget to like the post, share the post on every social media that you can, and sign up to my newsletter by going to talkingmensshoes.co.uk. So on the final note, Alexa, tell us a joke.
What do you call a seagull that flies over the bay?
No idea.
A bagel.
Ah, she's so cool. Anyway, take care guys, and I'll hopefully see you all soon.